Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress here with another numerology talk. Today is September 9th, so we will talk about the single number 9, which vibrates to the planet Mars, and in the sign of Aries. And oddly enough, in mythology, Mars, the god of war, is Mars and also Aries. The number 9 vibrates to the planet Mars. It represents aggressive action, penetration, courage, and conflict. 9 is the number of originality and initiative. Also, the contradictory traits of vulnerability and naivete. A person or entity is influenced by the number 9 if born on the 9th, 18th, or 27th day of any month in any year. People or entities born on the 9th are stamped with a distinct imprint of the number 9. So are those born on the 18th, 27th day of the month. But these will, in addition, be challenged to unlock the karmic mystery of the compound number 18 or 27, as the case may be, in their lives. The same is true of the single and compound number of the name of the person or entity being analyzed. To figure out your single and your compound number, I will put my video that has the worksheet how to come up with your single and compound number at the end of this video, so you can check that out if you haven't already. And just saying that the number of your birthday or the number of your name is just a small fraction of the total whole of who you are. So this isn't like that's it, this is it, this is your personality. Definitely it mixes and blends with the personality that you have. And if, let's say, you are an Aries, then this will intensify it. So the number 9 characteristics and attitudes will be periodically exhibited by the 9 person or entity, will interact with that person's or entity's personality in different ways depending on the sun sign. Also, I've mentioned entity before, but I will do it again. So an entity is something that's not a person, that is born into the world, like a creative idea. So like a business, a book, something that you've created that you're launching for everyone to see. Even pets can have birthdays and influences over their personalities. I mean, not all animals are all the same. You can tell they have a wide variety of personalities, and sometimes they can be quite charming. So everything has every entity out there has some kind of vibration that goes with it. So when you're in Aries, the 9 vibration intensifies the sun sign personality traits. If you're a Libra, 9 vibration sometimes opposes the sun sign motives, but with effort can be used to balance the sun sign nature. Leo, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, the 9 vibration harmonizes well with the sun sign character motives and personality patterns. Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, the 9 vibration is in sharp contrast with the basic sun sign instincts. When it surfaces on occasion in the personality, the behavior is so unusual relative to the person's normal sun sign attitudes, it startles others and often surprises the 9 person as well. The following definition of the number 9 applies to both people and entities. 9 people are not stubborn, but they're determined to get what they want, and there is a difference. Stubbornness reacts and determination initiates. 9 brings a tendency to be impulsive and make snap decisions, later regret it. Although the temper will flare rather frequently, these people are quick to both forgive and forget an injury. They're vulnerable to their enemies because their first instinct is to trust everyone. Since they're so direct themselves, they expect others to be the same, and others often are not. Deviousness and manipulation always come as a shock to 9 people. As a general rule, they're incapable of such behavior and motives themselves, and dishonesty catches them off guard nearly every time until they learn to be more cautious. One of the most beneficial virtues of the 9 vibration is the ability to penetrate straight to the heart or core of a situation instead of indulging in circumlocution and the slow process of analysis. The Mars rulership of 9 allows these people to get directly to the point swiftly, and this makes them extremely impatient of slower thinkers, which doesn't help them win popularity contests. In fact, impatience with the mistakes of others and with errors of thinking they see instantly is one of the traits 9 people find the most difficult to control. The familiar catchphrase, "what you see is what you get," perfectly describes the 9 personality when it surfaces to interact with the sun sign nature because of the complete lack of guile. It's against the very essence of the 9 vibration to plan complex strategies or to play games to get what they want from other people. It's so much easier to simply demand what they want. Since such straightforwardness is unexpected by the other person, 9 people usually get what they want by catching the opposition by surprise. Many people are touched by the visible vulnerability and childlike quality of the 9 person and feel protective toward him or her. Others see these qualities as foolish. One of the reasons that 9 people are seldom truly respected by friends and business associates until that Mars temper and courageous spirit comes forth like a battle cry, and those who underestimated the 9 vibration's pure energy will take a sudden shock step backward. There's a strong tendency toward vanity. At least that's what it appears to be on the surface. But 9 people are not vain, even though they're admittedly almost constantly concerned with their appearance. The true root of this attitude is fear of rejection, because beneath all their bravado, 9 people inwardly tremble with a lack of confidence. As self-assertive as they may seem, they need continual reassurance that they are liked, respected, admired, and loved. For all the pushiness and independent airs of 9 people, they're secretly very unsure of themselves, generous to a fault, and normally extravagant, unless the sun sign cancels this trait most of the time, although it will still be evident on rare occasions in anyone born as number 9. 9 people need no lessons in giving. The first instinct is to give, to let go, and let tomorrow take care of itself. So, my dad was an Aries, and he is very much like that 9 person. And so much about him I admired, the directness, the not playing games. It's so refreshing sometimes when you're around people like that. And other times, you just want a person to be a little bit more subtle. He was not subtle, that is for sure. But it's all good, like every part of our personalities is there to help us, and we just got to use what's positive and try to our best to work through what's not so positive. So as far as the tarot cards go, it's just really weird that the 9 card in the major arcana is the Hermit. Now, the only thing that really resembles a Mars personality is that there might be slight arrogance and, opinionated and just feeling like you know more than everybody else. But the Hermit usually keeps it to himself or herself, hides away, watches people. A 9 personality would just share it with everybody with a bunch of horns and drums and loud noise. So but there are those 9 people out there. There are those Aries out there. There are that kind of personality that sometimes does retreat, especially if over and over and over again they keep meeting people who, behave in those ways that just kind of surprise them. They're devious or play games or whatever. So then sometimes a 9 person would retreat like the Hermit and just decide to observe instead of participate. But when I think of 9 and Aries, I think of the more optimistic stuff, So my favorite of the wands, and wands is the suit that represents fire. My favorite card is this one. It might be one of my favorites of the whole deck. I just love these foxes, and it just looks very fiery, right? It's very orange and bright. And this is the Ace of Wands, and the meaning is the possibility of creativity, excitement, adventure, a challenge to step forward with courage and confidence. So think of Aries. I definitely think of them as courageous and confident in the 9 people, that Mars vibration. There's a lot in the wand suit that have this kind of forward looking out, forward charging kind of appearance. This is another charging forward with the foxes. And the meaning of this one is, this is the Knight of Wands. I also was about to put the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands almost look the same. The Knight of Wands, though, the meaning is a little bit more like a 9 personality. It indicates change, progression toward a goal, and this is an individual full of daring and passion. So a 9 person is also very passionate about whatever they believe in. And they might, just really stick to their guns when it comes to arguing about it. So, if you ever come across a 9 person, or if you're one yourself, or if today's your birthday, happy birthday, appreciate those good qualities, because I sure do. I appreciate directness sometimes, and just a bold attitude and fearlessness. I admire that kind of thing. I guess because I'm very feminine, and those qualities are very kind of a masculine qualities, It doesn't necessarily mean you're a man or you're masculine, but another great book that I love is Men are from Mars and Women are from Venus. So you might want to check that one out. And then it kind of really demonstrates the difference between men and women, and how this Mars energy, how interesting it is, and how we attract because we're so opposite. So the divine masculine, divine feminine. I would say this is definitely a divine masculine kind of symbol. The divine feminine would be Venus, which is the number 6, and number 9 and 6. So 9 is up, turn that one around and you get 6, and then you turn it around again, and then you put them together, you get 69. So it's like, and if you lay 69 to its side, then you have like a yin yang symbol, like, so the 2 become 1. So those are symbols there that kind of express the male and female, the masculine, feminine, yin yang, Mars, Venus. And so yeah, Mars. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask away, like, subscribe, and I will be doing more videos. I got some more numbers to go through all the way till 20, and because I started at 21 on my birthday. And then I also will put the worksheet up for you guys to see. So thank you, and faith, trust, and pixie dust.